So, as the story begins, we see the couple is shown in a vehicle which is escaped from the city in an emergency situation, want to hear the radio while in the car. We came to know that there is no Padem, i.e., Vaba, has come, due to which many people are feeling strange. These zombies are turning into zombies from. They are more dangerous than before, otherwise, we would have died. And after becoming zombies, humans turn into plants. And the deeds of man become very much like these. More and more people are trying to pan-mick in it. Suddenly, they were driving them very fast. Lights are visible, after which their car. There was an accident. The scene was cut, and it was seen that when Than opened her eyes, he was not in the car in which there was an accident, and along with it he did not even have a wife, seeing which he was very sad. He got more confused and got out of the car, came out and started looking here and there where was nothing to see. It turned out that this world was completely destroyed. It has happened. And when Than had an accident, time was the beginning of the pandemonium. The meaning is clear that a lot has happened since the time of the accident. Time has passed, and in that time, he doesn't know what happened to his wife. I was wandering around looking for it when a man came in front of her and said, "I pointed the gun at her before she could touch my udder. Someone would have shot him from behind and killed him." Shoots the man who saved Than's life. She was a lady who was now with the injured man. She comes and slaps him on the face and he faints. After which she comes to the udder and she told me, "My name is Me and she is here, then what are you doing here then?" He replies that I am searching for my wife. I am the one who had an accident with me. But I don't know where has she gone or what. She asked lady then to help her, the one who was going to take the unconscious man with her. Now here these people were taking this injured man to a truck. Before I could put it in, Thand himself became unconscious. When he regained consciousness, he saw that he was lying on a bed. It belonged to the same lady he was at home. That means he took Lady Than also with him in his truck. She had put me in her bag and brought me to her house when she came down. When he came, he saw this lady saying something to him. Now this lady was also asking him some questions. She asks him where he came from. In response, then says nothing more to me. I don't remember. I remember only that I was going to the lakeside with my wife, and then we had an accident, and now I am here. There are many things installed in this lady's house. From the newspaper, he learns that the world has been destroyed because of Pandam, and that Panmakan has passed away, and he is very sad to hear this. He had been very happy because he had heard this yesterday, and in all this time, his wife. He had no idea where I'd gone, and tells her that all this. It happened many years ago to the scientist. According to this, nature is doing all this work so that all people die, and this world, so that they can be balanced again. The lights go out while we're talking. Before checking the solar system outside, she goes saying, "Don't touch anything here, putting and making out here," but of me, not listening, he came out from here and I started looking around, and there was a room outside, which there were spider webs, a wrapped structure was moving, and seeing this, he got scared and asked me, "What is this?" I reply, saying, "It is artificial. Don't pay much attention to it beyond that. It's just hanging here for safety." While saying all these things, I am still was checking the solar system when he doesn't understand the problem, then he comes here, helps him. After this, both of them trap in, which today, finally their prey was trapped now at night after having the food, then says to her, "Thank you very much for your hospitality, but now I have to go because I have to leave my wife." But here, I tell her, "Stay tonight. I will be yours in the morning. I will go with you to find your wife," for then he agrees with her here, but I didn't want to waste time. That's why I stayed up all night. He cycled to May's house in power, IIE. Electricity is also generated, after which I go to sleep. But then he still couldn't wait for the morning to come. That's why he drove himself in the car at midnight. He went out to look for his wife. He also completed the things he had done before the accident. She did not remember. What she remembered was this, that those 2 candles are going to the end was where they had a house finally there. But he reaches there now, opening his house, was about to go in. But he noted that the house is locked from inside. Now she is shouting loudly at Emma. Emma started to scream, but when someone from inside, when there was no sound, he was forced to break the windows. I had to go inside. Someone was living inside. But she was not at all the Emma who also, by torturing Tai Don Yu. He made Emma have sex with him, but this girl tells her she doesn't know any Emma, and he has been living here with his son for many years. But now these people are living alone. They were talking that they were getting heavy from behind. I started hearing the sound of footsteps in such surprise. When I looked back, it was a very heavy skeleton, larger than a human being. It looked like a tree was inside their house. He tries to enter, but he quickly. The girl went ahead and closed the door of the house, but the skeleton, she is actually a zombie. She has a broken udder from the window inside this house on that girl attacks, which is near to protect it. He picked up the hammer lying there and hit him hard on the head, and thus the zombie goes away and the woman is saved. After a while, the udder. When he looked outside the door, he was stunned that the skeleton was still alive. And then the woman said that this plan is like zombies never die, but anyway, they have done this. We got rid of the zombies. Now Than and this. The girl talks for a while and then this. The girl says to Than, "You go to sleep. Now I guard the house so that no one comes here." Obeying his words, then fell asleep. But in the morning, when then opened her eyes, the whole mouth was full of blood. And when I looked back, the woman and the child. They were both in this house, lying dead below. It seemed as if someone had beaten him badly. He must have torn them and eaten them out of fear when he got home. When he went out of the house, he saw a zombie-type creature attacked a child. As soon as Then went near her, he pounced towards the udder. But he doesn't want to eat. He wants to say something to the udder. I was trying to say something, but the sound was off. Then he was scared. And suddenly, the sound of the gunshot frightened both of them, and the zombie standing in front of the udder goes down, falls. We found out that here is the udder. I came here to save you. Now I am away from here. Before leaving, the udder is attached here. Bird box appears on which his wife's tattoo was made. He quickly got this bird. He opens the box and finds a cell phone whose battery was about to die. The mobile was his wife's, in which a video was made of him in this video. My wife was telling me that I want to forget you. I'm sick and I don't know what to do. How long will I live with this illness of yours? I will be able to be with you in this video. Then himself was lying behind her. Before he could have watched the entire video had his mobile been switched off, and then he goes mad with rage. I think I'm here to meet him now, and she controls him and says, "You come home with me. There is a charger at my house. You can charge your mobile, but now it is too late." I also did not remember that which happened to me yesterday. I met him here and told him about myself, comforts him and takes him away, brings it out where the truck now hits the udder. I didn't even remember what he had taken with him last night. I came here and suggested to Than me, why don't we go from here using this truck? If he goes away, then I say in reply that someone idiot didn't turn off its battery at night. Now its battery is dead, so we can't even take the truck now. He was lucky that he was born in this house. I found a small bicycle nearby, which I started driving them a lot. On the way, zombies were also seen who were almost like trees. I was changed into here from a Than asks, "Are you married then?" I get fed up and reply, "No." Now one of their gas cylinders has died on the way. The station came where the Thean stopped. It was a gas station that came to him every day in his dreams. Suddenly he started to remember something. He remembered that when Pandam started, it was people were stopping near this gas station. And then here he encountered from the zombie, from which an Emma, i.e. her, when he went forward to save his wife, he got injured. The zombie cut the ube right near the udder. And after that, he didn't remember anything. Well, now she reaches her home with the Than, where as soon as he came, he asked Than to keep quiet. Because he needed help from someone close to home, I began to feel a pang on going close to him. He was also taken at gunpoint. And then the man said, "I am innocent. I am just looking for my wife at this time. I am very hungry and I want to eat. I can help you with anything now." Before I agree, Dale, I'll hit that man through the udder. She gets him checked and takes away all his weapons. This man collects wood for them, starts biting, while inside I am feeling like biting them. I was keeping an eye on him for food, and here we see that the man dodges the thud with his car. He went closer and hid another gun in his car. I brought it before coming inside the house. I gave them both juice and then went to eat food. I called you to the dining hall to have food. First, he had warned Than that you don't eat this food and make an excuse at the table. Give me a gift that you are not hungry and don't know the udder. Well, that was why I was telling him that. At the dinner table, we see that the udder, his health started deteriorating and he started feeling dizzy, and as soon as he got up and moved forward, I fainted when I went to check on him. When she went close to him, the man also tried to dodge her. I snatched his gun from him, and now he is with me. He started threatening me, but I was standing like this, like he doesn't care about her threats. Even when this man fell on his face, even if he shoots a gun at me, I remain absolutely calm because she knew this man. He couldn't do much about the food, the sedative which was mixed, due to which the man fell unconscious within a few minutes. Afterwards, I took Than to his room, and then, when Than regained consciousness, he felt much better. I felt I cared so much for her, so I was there to thank. As he went downstairs, he saw that two people sneaked into his house. One of them caught Emma as soon as he came and took him captive. It was discovered that both of them were from the man had friends who, just a short while ago. I came here actually, that man had doubts. In fact, that man suspected that it was me. His wife has been killed because his wife. She was about to come here a few days ago, and after that she did not return. And this man, he had also told about his wife too. The man says to Than, who knows this woman, "Have you hit your wife too with that udder?" I did not doubt the man's words, but then she also went to the house with this man. He started looking for it, and there he found his. The wife even got the locket. It's clear, meaning I was sure that I would have done the same with Than's wife too. He did something wrong. He might have killed her. Here we see that the man is also with Emma. He brought a bag from the room which contained a lot of. These were people's personal things, which means that I have told not just one, but many people had made him his victim here. Now this man, the other partner, orders the backyard of May's house, goes to check where he goes inside. He saw that this place was exactly like a hospital, where their leader was also tied up, was kept. And he did not even have a base anymore before he goes to his other side and tells them this. If he could tell his partner about the trap that I had created, gets stuck, and the trigger bomb placed there explodes. Because of this man is now killed. As soon as it was realized that his last companion, if he also got killed, then now because of this, I too will get hurt. He was about to kill, but his gun had bullets. When she wasn't there, he picked up my gun and told her to stop. He shoots at May with the intention of killing her, and we hear the sound of bombs exploding instead of bullets. I had heard it, and it was revealed to us that I had a special red button installed in his gun. If she had fired the gun to stop him, the bullet would have come out, but because this man had, if you did not know it, then turn off that red button, because of this, the bomb in the gun exploded, and that man's flute got cut by this man. After death, the health of the udder is back again. It starts getting worse, and I am somehow trying to find I would free you and take them to her room. He was upset, and at that time I told him, nothing will happen. You will forget all this till morning. You will go and do exactly as he says. When Then woke up in the morning, she did not remember anything, and here I told him to go hunting. Let's go, because we are running out of food at home. He started to walk silently behind me, and this time, the house in which he was staying. Looking at the house, he remembered a strange memory. He remembered that he and Ahama, his wife, had come together to this house where they had found this. I also got the honor of the house. That honor was a prize who had told that the pandam, which is here the plague, has spread. That is why God has fed it, so that humans learn a lesson from this. But Emma, i.e. Than's wife, was a doctor, and he thought that this is due to a specific virus remembering these memories. Than also felt this. I remember it hitting his hand. There was a plaster on it which was always painted in red color. Emma, it used to be written, but today it is like this plaster. Emma was written on it in green color, and as soon as he thought about it, his mind started going crazy. I felt that I must be playing some game with him too. That is why, to know everything she has come to my. He pointed the gun at me, but I could not tolerate all this. It did not make any mistake when she questioned him. I asked why its color is green today. What are you playing with me? He replied very calmly, The red paint is gone. Had happened, which meant that it was clear. By writing peace on her hand again and again, this heart, she used to make herself upset with everything now. This time she had come to tell Than the truth. She tells me that you are not a cow, you are dead. You've actually been to the gas station if you were bitten by a zombie, so are you. I was shocked to hear that you were affected. Goes, and Foron opens his plaster. Where he has many in his hand, small plants are visible, which it was clear that I was telling him the truth. I tell you that I always treated you like a human being, to keep you like humans. Fed you meat, because of which you are completely. Their stumble did not turn us into a zombie. It is shown in the past that when he came to this house, I came in and met the priest. Then, the priest suspected that it was a human being. No, because there is no spirit inside him. She was not taking any action like humans. I was not doing it, and Emma wanted to hide this thing. I was sitting right in the middle of it all, then starts feeling dizzy. And Hema helps her, takes it to the washroom where Emma started doing strange things to him. She says you should control yourself. She says that she will make some arrangements for you. Came down and Emma talked to that family. He said actually Than's health is not well, on hearing that he will come in a little while. The priest's doubts began to be confirmed that this man, he doesn't have to ask Emma a few things now. He wanted that. So he left his wife and daughter. I sent him from here to his room. She was about to leave from the washroom. Strange growling sounds started coming. When they opened the washroom and checked, they found the condition in which these two were. As soon as he saw them, he attacked both of them. As soon as I heard my wife screaming to save yourself from the pain, go away from there as soon as possible. It seems as if Mother suddenly pulled out the knife lying nearby, picks him up and attacks him, and before the crumbs are stamped in the stomach that the man would do something to Emma now, he took out the gun from his pocket and shot him too. Dia shown above than his wife gave, and the daughter was also killed after the scene was cut. Let us come back to the press again, where now the Thand, I have realized that the old woman named May, the one standing in front of him is actually his wife is Emma, who has become old now, and he still looked young, that's why. Because he became a zombie, Emma. He has fulfilled his promise, and till date, she kept supporting him, for which she told many people. And even took my life, because I forgot about the udder. If there was illness, then when Emma got old, then had stopped recognizing him. So I introduced you to Than by saying, after knowing all this, tears came out of Than's eyes. They start to leave. And now they tell Ames that I'm tired of all this now to be with you as you are. I want Then and my wife, Emma, a master. He couldn't see me becoming one in all the sorrow, shoots himself. But as we first know that Soames would not die, then he came back to life and is now alive. After that, he starts getting dizziness again. That means then was now reaching that stage where he had become a complete zombie and this. If it is not human flesh at the time, if he eats this, then he will never be a human again. Emma would not hunt for him. I would have brought it, but would have put myself in front of him. The udder tears it apart and eats it, which he felt a lot of pain, but then something. Later, it was shown that he too was a zombie. She came alive, but actually she has become a zombie, wanted to stay with the same Thanka, where she could not find her. Now we don't even have to hunt any human being. And his wish was fulfilled, both of them. Now the rest of life is spent as a zombie. We're going to pass and just showing the stories are over.